If you've ever met Molly Schempp, you know 3 things. 1. She's very sentimental, as in she loves photos, handwritten letters, songs that remind her of a special moment, the works. 2. She loves Illinois FFA with her entire heart. And 3, when she's really excited about something, her blonde curls bounce up and down viciously. I learned all 3 of these things the very first time I met Molly when we were put in the same cabin at summer camp 5 years ago. Little did I know that 4 years later she would be my first college roommate. Molly, I have loved getting to be a part of your FFA and life journey. I have never met someone who inspires me so much to choose joy even when life gets hard. You have served Illinois FFA this year intentionally, with grace and passion, and I couldn't be more proud to call you my best friend.
For those of you who don't know, I have been stuck with Molly as her brother for the last 18 years, and she's always been there when I have needed her. She serves Illinois FFA the same way, through dedication and efficiency, with the thought that any job is not too big. And just as I am stuck with her, Illinois FFA is also stuck with her, and there's no getting rid of her. Trust me. So please give a warm welcome to your Illinois FFA State Vice President, my sister,
my friend, Molly Schempp.
You just gotta live. You just gotta live. You just gotta live. You just gotta live. I just wanna live. He wants you to live.
When I think of my family and the times we had growing up together, I think of movie nights. Movie nights were a frequent in the Schempp home, always with popcorn and the occasional Jack's frozen pizza that was extra special because you got to eat it in the living room in order to be closer to the TV. One of the movies we often watched was called Evan Almighty. Let's take a look at why this was one of my favorite movies to watch.
Newly elected Congressman Evan Baxter's life
What are we gonna do? That's right!
was going exactly as planned till he met someone
Ah! Ah!
with a plan of his own.
Who are you?
I'm God. Flood's coming, and I want you, Evan Baxter, to build an ark.
I lost my job, everything.
Why are you doing this? Why me?
You want to change the world, son. So do I.
Between the animals, boat building, and references to Noah and the Ark, this movie offers so many laughs. This year, it also offers us insight into something many of us have faced before: how to hold on to joy while searching for your purpose. In the movie, Evan Baxter asks God, played by Morgan Freeman, why his purpose is turning out differently from what he'd been working towards. You see, God wanted Evan to learn the value of kindness. It just happened to take a whole arc for him to see the reason for his Noah-like experience. It took one act of random kindness. Evan Baxter realizes that he will live with joy when he serves others. This reminds me of my sophomore year in high school. I had just returned from competing in public speaking at the National FFA Convention. I was feeling pretty good as I stepped off the bus to grab my luggage. That's when my FFA advisor, Mr. Hoffman, pulled me aside and said this.
In 3 years, not many people will remember what you have accomplished, but they will always remember what you did for them in that time.
In 3 years, not many people will remember what you have accomplished, but they will always remember what you did for them in that time. In other words, it's not what you accomplish that fulfills your life. It's how you serve others in that time that makes a positive difference in theirs and ultimately helps you reach your purpose. Evan Baxter thought his title as congressman would make him happy, powerful, and successful. However, it's his actions of kindness that he realized would make a positive difference in the lives of those around him, and later bring his family closer than ever before. It's easy to get lost in those titles. Over the past year, our calendars have included many blank days with no event titles scheduled. To many, including my teammates and I, it felt as if opportunities to make memories had been taken away. I believed and trusted that being a state officer was my purpose and platform to serve others. But as it became evident that COVID would last long into our year, I lost joy and began to question my own purpose. I thought if we could just get through this COVID year, then everything could go back to normal. Pre-COVID, the title of events on our calendars ran our lives and motivated us. Whether it was ball games, theater performances, family functions, or vacations, we all have felt the impact of those calendar events being taken away. After Christmas, when my teammates and I returned to the Illinois FFA Center, we began to reflect on some of our favorite moments in office so far. I realized as we were sharing that the moments didn't exactly come from a calendar event title. Instead, they were the moments created with the people around us at unexpected times. Let's take a look. Wow, girls, we don't really have a lot of time left in our year, do we?
No, we don't, but it's definitely been a time. Remember that one time that we woke up at like 5 a.m. just to make it to the sunrise at that big hill over in Chatham?
It was beautiful.
The ride there was not so beautiful.
Yeah.
Or we started playing tennis and there was that ball stuck in the chain link fence. So like naturally, like it was nothing, and then I just grab our hands, boost Margaret up, she steals it out of the fence.
I didn't steal it, we just rescued it. Now we're 2 tennis balls up, so really
That's true, that's true.
For sure. I think that was the same night that we went to the Barrelhead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good night. We were laughing so hard. I'm surprised they didn't kick us out.
Yeah, me too. It was so much fun. But speaking of the good food, remember those many times we had to use carpet cleaner because of the large Baja Blast we spilled in the cubicles, or the large Dr. Pepper we spilled in the hallway?
Yikes.
But thank goodness for carpet cleaner because the stains aren't as noticeable anymore.
Yeah.
We're okay.
But we definitely left our mark on the FA Center.
Oh, sure.
I think if anything though, the FFA Center really left its mark on us.
Yeah.
My favorite memories from this past year have been our team dinners. Evenings full of getting groceries, preparing meals, and sitting together around the table always resulted in laughter. At home for movie night, it was special to step away from the table and eat your pizza from the couch. For my teammates and I in Springfield, coming together to sit at the table in the evenings was so significant. We created joy together by living in the moment. We have to keep working hard to reach our goals. Whether they include a title or not, it's natural to have a passion to get to the next step. The fact is, when you get there, people will only remember what you have accomplished for so long. For example, without Google, I cannot tell you the Super Bowl winner 5 years ago, or even last year's top artist in country music. But we always remember that individual who sent us a text of congratulations after competing in a career development event. We can always recall that friend who listened to us when we were struggling. And we never forget that person who says, "You got this," with just a look in their eye from across the room. We find joy while searching for our purpose because of the people we share the journey with. We are remembered when we serve them along the way. Like Evan Baxter, I questioned my purpose this year and asked God what I was supposed to be doing. Let's take one last look at the movie Evan Almighty. Newscaster Evan Baxter has just moved his life to the state of Virginia after winning a seat in Congress. With his wife, 3 boys, brand new car, and fancy home, he seems to have it made. That's when God throws his own little twist on Evan's life plans. He wants him to build an ark, fill it with people and animals in order to save them from a flood. This is what happens when Baxter falls 100% into God's plan and his family thinks he's gone crazy. This is what happens when his wife, in a little diner outside of town, asks God why.
But my husband says God told him to do it. What do you do with that?
Sounds like an opportunity. Let me ask you something. If someone prays for patience, you think God gives them patience? Or does he give them the opportunity to be patient? If they prayed for courage, does God give them courage, or does he give them opportunities to be courageous? If someone prayed for the family to be closer, do you think God zaps them with warm, fuzzy feelings? Or does he give them opportunities to love each other?
So let me ask you this. If an event is taken off of our calendars, do we wait around? Or do we take the opportunity of time to create memories with those around us? If we reach our goal or title, do we say, great, now what? Or do we take the opportunity to serve others through our actions? Finally, if we begin to question our own purpose, do we feel lost and discouraged? Or do we take the opportunity to focus on the good and share joy with those around us? I believe we get the opportunity to live in the moment. Cherish the time we have with loved ones, friends, and even strangers. Because by doing so, we'll find our purpose in the end far more fulfilling because we enjoyed the journey getting there. Robin Williams once said, "I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I am as rich as I ever need to be." Illinois FFA, our purpose is not defined by events, titles, or our accomplishments. Neither is our journey defined by the destination. Our purpose is defined when we live in the moment, serve those around us, and live with joy.
Moving at God's speed, where only God and our mamas know what we need. And we feel the hardwood floors on our knees as we beg the world to bring us to our feet.
Molly, this year we have relied on you for your listening ear, gracious attitude, and respect for others. Just as you rely on chicken strips, Spark, and extra table salt to get you through the day. We have been grateful to feel the love you have for those you care about. Thank you for making us feel like a part of your family, whether we were at your dining room table or across the state. You have been a powerful communicator, whether it was standing on a chair or putting pen to paper. We look forward to being on the end of those special letters. We love you, Ma. Golden Gals for a year, sisters for life. Love, Emma, Jordy, Margaret, and Lexi. Illinois FFA, your 2020-2021 State Vice President, Molly Schempp.
Moving at God's speed, only God and our moms know what we need. And we feel the